Hello and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. My name is Anthony Kraus, and on behalf of OTC Markets Group, we're very pleased you've joined us for our next live presentation from Phenom Resources. Please note, you can submit questions for the presenter in the box to the left of the slides. You can also view a company's availability for one-on-one meetings through the Schedule Meetings tab found on the conference platform. At this point, I'm very pleased to welcome Paul Cowley, President and Chief Executive Officer of Phenom Resources Corp, which trades on the OTCQX Best Market under the symbol PHNMF and on the TSXV under the symbol PHNM. Welcome back, Paul.
Thank you very much, Anthony, and thank you everyone for being here. Also want to thank OTC Markets for setting up this conference and putting these two very, very topical topics, batteries and precious metals together, obviously in everybody's mind, and great future for both sectors. It brings me to the a comparison of Reese's Pieces, because it's like two great flavors that work even better together, and having the batteries and precious metals is like that. And it's something actually that we have been following that form, that structure for the last 4 years ourselves. So we are a battery and a precious metal company. We're focused in Nevada, where monster deposits are, and so we're going to be talking about Phenom. I'm the president CEO. Very happy to be here and presenting to you here. I want to really, in this particular presentation, I want to really focus on our Phenom team, because it really truly is a Phenom team, and everything stems from those people. We have a very, very, very deep set of people that are dedicated for Phenom and its successes. They've all had great successes in their careers. They've got extensive industry experience. And from that, when you bring all that together, you're going to end up with a company that has great industry judgment and decision making. And we're focused in Nevada, where monster deposits are. We are going to be delivering to people. I am confident of that. And so we're going to go through it. And this is really sort of a snapshot of what the company has right now, but it's really about what the company can have because of this group of people. So I'll go to the slide there, Andrea. Thanks very much. So as I mentioned, we're a green energy explorer and a gold deposit discoverer group. And we're also a technological company, because we have some great metallurgists that have made three patents. So I'm going to go into those kinds of details. Forward-looking statements, obviously, just wanted to cover off on that. But to cover just a snapshot of who we are, some general stuff here is just over 100 million shares. We're listed on the OTCQX, as well as in Canada on the Venture Exchange. We have a headquarters in Vancouver and a local field office in Elko, Nevada. Roughly a really good split of Canadian, American, and European investors. And some of the bigger investors people may know, Rob McEwen and Eric Mushinsky. They're big investors in they've been following our company and our story and our future. They're great supporters, and we're well funded because of that. Those kinds of people. Mentioned we're focused in Nevada. We've been here for 7 years, and we on our flagship property, but we're growing those assets. And I think we have a tremendous pair of portfolios, both in the green energy space, the vanadium side, as well as the gold portfolio, which has really been strengthened over the last 12 months. Our people, as I mentioned, we're Canadian and American professionals, professional engineers and geologists, lots of successes. I'll be bringing that theme throughout this presentation because they deliver. We have been able to deliver in the past and currently are doing that right now. And I'll give examples of those accomplishments and what we're working on. We've got 4 gold projects. They're all, and this is another aspect of the people, we are going after big stuff. We're not going after little crap. These are Carlin type gold systems. So these are monster type gold systems in Nevada, or Bonanza type project, which is also a gold one. These are all handpicked by Dave Mathewson, and I'll be talking about Dave throughout. He's a very accomplished mine finder in Nevada. He's found millions of ounces of gold for companies, and he's driven to make more and more discoveries, and putting his shoulder towards handpicking and then working through advancing our gold portfolio. It's fantastic to have Dave on our in our team. It's one of our phenoms, of course. The green energy, we on that side, we have the largest, highest grade primary vanadium resource in North America. This is a strategic one for Homeland Securities. We're not in production. We're aiming to go into production, and when we do that, this would generate a couple of decades or more of domestic source of vanadium, which is very important for the vanadium battery manufacturing and battery supply chains, which I'll talk about a little bit more as well. We also have a 5% equity interest in a Japanese solid state vanadium battery, which is different. This is a really, really unique battery that is got tremendous features to it. Uses much less vanadium, but charges in a minute. So it actually has application in EVs as well as large capacity battery market. So our near-term goals are to make Carlin type gold discoveries, and then which actually we just announced one earlier in this month. The Dobbin is a deposit discovery that we've made as part of our accomplishments as a group. And we also have a midterm goal to become a vanadium producer and the leading U.S. Supplier of vanadium to the large energy storage market. Another snapshot about the company, about our share price. We're sitting at about 42-43 cents Canadian right now. You can see we've got about 800,000 Canadian in our treasury. We're always able to raise money with the help of many of our investors coming back and investing more and accumulating more. This is it shows our graph. We're also kind of unique in that a lot of juniors have had a really difficult time last year and this year. We experienced that kind of sell-off that everyone experienced last year, but beginning of the year we bounced back, and it's because of our shareholders, because of our strong story, because of what this group can deliver, and you can see that we're already back on to a steady increase trajectory here. Our people, I mentioned before, outstanding individuals, been very successful. We all have worked for major mining companies before on their major projects. That gives us great exposure to networks of people, other professionals, develops our networks, gives us great opportunities to test ideas and develop our judgments in the industry. And we've got a multidisciplinary people here with geologists that have made gold deposit discoveries, 10 in total. Over our career, we've got mining engineers that have worked all the way to the top levels of operating mines. We've got a number of metallurgists who are very well respected and have had multiple patents that have been developed. They're very innovative. Dave Dreisinger, for example, has 33 patents, and he's developed, along with our team, 3 patents for vanadium and vanadium nickel extraction that we have as part of our asset base that we're obviously wanting to commercialize as in the future. Mentioned that Dave and myself have found 10 gold deposits. Dave's in our career, and we're looking to find more. And we're on to our 11th gold deposit discovery with Dobbin, which I'll talk a little bit more about. Dave's application, of course, in his discoveries are very much attuned to Nevada and to companies like Newmont and Gold Standard Ventures, which he was very, very successful and still is. So we'll continue on the gold side. This is our main effort right now, and emphasis on gold. Obviously, everybody's excited about the future of gold and how it's taking off in terms of price. I think it's great timing for us because we've, over the last 12 months, built up a portfolio under Dave's direction, and that's all going to time very well with as we advance those projects and develop resources at a time when gold prices are very, very high. I think there's great opportunities for exit strategies for ourselves, for buyouts, big potential buyouts for majors as we advance with success. The hottest topic right now is this Dobbin project that we acquired a year ago, and we've had. This is something that Dave had worked on when he was with Newmont 35 years ago. Unfortunately, they were not able to advance it because of a wilderness site that was slapped over top of the claims, and Newmont had to leave. We ended up very fortunately to be able to know the people that picked up this discovery or this anomaly that Dave had identified last year, and over the last since we acquired it a year ago, we have developed, we've reproduced and extended this anomaly that Dave had discovered 35 years ago, and it's a whopper of a one. We at this point it's 900 meters long, or 3,000 feet long, by 220 meters wide. This is an extraordinary anomaly. Dave, has expressed this as it's very, very few of these ever show up in Nevada like this. The values that you see on surface are running into the up to 3 grams, close to 3 grams of gold on surface. It's obviously showing a very linear pattern, which indicates a structural element to it, which is important for these Carlin type systems. It's hosted in, or the structure cuts Roberts Mountains Formation, which is one of Nevada's premier hosts rocks. It has all of the pathfinder metals that accompany Carlin type gold systems, like arsenic, antimony, and mercury, along with the gold, of course. And we see that this anomaly can be extended. We've actually gone and prospected on either end of it, and we're seeing features that we see within the area that's already been reported on along strike, both to the northeast and the northwest. So we believe that this is going to be bigger still. It's a very, very exciting project, and yeah, I don't think the market really understands yet the true value of this, and we don't know yet either. We will need to be doing trenching and drilling on this to quantify this, but it's obviously a dead ringer for a Carlin type gold system and a deposit, and the scale too. That's another element that literally almost a kilometer long. That's the scale of an open pit. Just to give you an idea that this is a real substance. And this is a example of where our team has made discoveries before. We're going to make more. Dave's dedicated to making discoveries, and now we've actually made one together in Phenom, and we expect to do more. Another project that we acquired just this summer is King Solomon. It's been around for a while, but really hasn't been. Most of the drilling has been done back in the 80s and 90s. People didn't understand the Carlin gold systems at that time. They focused on the wrong things, and so the opportunity, of course, is now in the hands of someone like Dave Mathewson, who knows these systems, knows what the shortcomings of the previous workers and geologists. They were kind of in the right place at the right time, but they just didn't have the right people to understand what was there. Just want to show you some of the examples. Again, this is mine scale. These are some intercepts, and I know that there's a lot of information for you to look at on the screen, but I'm going to summarize it in that these are some highlighted drill holes from the 80s and 90s. We're seeing 100, on average, 130 feet or 40 meter intercepts of gold that are in the 0.8 grams, almost a gram near surface. And the other really important aspect is that 9 of these 11 holes that we're showing here ended in mineralization, ended in 0.8 grams per ton. So this is an extraordinary one that we're just flabbergasted that no one had continued to drill this, which is it's so obvious that there's a lot here. And these intercepts are kind of spread out over a half a kilometer or a kilometer. So this is again another mine scale opportunity here. It's got all the pathfinder metals associated with these Carlin type systems. You got intercepts that are in the upper volcanics as well as the Paleozoic carbonates that are the big hosts. A lot of times these previous explorers, they just drilled until they got into the carbonates and then they stopped. For some reason they thought this was shutdown rock, and this is where we're happy that they did that because there's a great opportunity for us to build onto this. So we're very excited about King Solomon as well. Third project that we picked up in the last 12 months is Crescent Valley. This is closer to our Carlin vanadium project near Carlin. This is a slightly different type of model. This is a quartz vein with high-grade gold opportunity. It's kind of like a sleeper, which is a fantastic deposit that was mined out in the 80s. Very, very low cost, high grade. Their discovery intercept back in the 80s was 60 feet of 8 ounces of gold. Incredible. And we've had people that have worked on sleeper come over and look at these veins that we have that are poking up on surface, and they said, well, this is exactly the same thing. They see such a similarity that everyone's quite excited about this. We're going to be drilling this in 2 weeks. So we did an IP program this summer that helped guide our drilling, and so yeah, we're excited about that. So we're doing lots of things. As I mentioned, the Dobbin soil anomalies that are extending. Those will be news that will be flowing this summer. There's this drilling program on Crescent Valley. And so there's a lot of, and then the other fourth project that's gold is our Carlin project. It's a gold system that's below our vanadium resource. We've spent quite a bit of money on it. We see really good things. We're not by any means giving up on this. It's just that it's expensive, and we want to bring in some of these other nearer surface targets that are obviously less expensive to drill. Dave still thinks that there's opportunity for one or more mines, gold mines, in our Carlin project there. So this is something that we're just pausing and focusing on some nearer term exciting projects that we do have in gold. I'm going to move on to the battery side, which is, I'm going to be really brief on this because I don't have a lot of time and I want to leave a little bit of time for questions here. But this is another thing that we have been working on for 7 years. We believe that there's great future in vanadium. And this is one of the things of, again, our team identified, acquired, and then advanced the largest, highest grade primary vanadium resource in North America. So this is not something that's trivial at all. It's strategic, and this is at a time when vanadium redox flow batteries are just beginning to be commercialized. In fact, they've been commercialized for the last 7 years in China, and the rest of the world is catching up. There's this vanadium battery is a competitor to the lithium battery, has some great features here's some picture, moving on here, pictures of the deployment already of these types of batteries. So this is not something that is R&D. This is commercialization, and the vanadium battery, I believe, will because of all the features, it's the longevity and the safety side of things are its chief advantages over the lithium battery. You basically, the vanadium battery lasts 4 to 5 times the life of a lithium battery, which is, that's a phenomenal thing on its own. The other thing is the vanadium battery is non-combustible. So as we know, this is from a major safety thing. Lithium batteries run hot, and if they're not watched carefully and monitored, they'll actually burst into life-threatening fires that are extremely scary, and they literally cannot be put out. They just have to burn themselves out. That's a frightening kind of situation. And because of those features, we think that the vanadium battery, since it's now been deployed in China and it has very good performance, this superior performance over lithium batteries, that it will start to gain more and more acceptance around the world. There was a recent announcement by Robert Friedland. He was the one that really started the wave of the deployment of the vanadium battery in China, and now he's done some recent announcements working in Arizona too, and building redox flow batteries in Arizona in conjunction with Chinese partners. So this is something that is happening. I'll show a graph of this is sort of a forecast of vanadium redox flow battery deployment. I think it is actually quite conservative. We know that China and India want to have, by the end of this, in 6 years, by the end of this decade, they want to have 280 gigawatt hours of battery storage. That's literally 50 to 100 times more than what they have right now. This is an extraordinary growth opportunity. We're positioned early on this, and this will benefit our shareholders as vanadium prices start to increase because of this new market that's going to explode here this decade and beyond. Without a doubt, lithium and vanadium are going to be needed for these batteries. These are industrial size batteries that are for solar and wind and microgrids, excuse me, and backup power. It's a wave. We're not turning back on that green energy opportunity to add to our energy sources. No matter what you think of oil and gas, we need as much energy as possible with our future on EV cars, AI needed, and data centers. We're going to be needing so much more electricity. And if you're positioned with a strategic property like this, we'll do well. And just to have a quick slide of where we are, because I want to wrap up so we have some questions. Covered some of these things, the fires, where we are in Nevada. Tremendous location. we're in the Carlin trend where all the big gold systems have been mined for 40 years. So the infrastructure is great. The look of it, it's near surface. It's open pitable as well. Very cheap to mine. Open-ended. We have a resource that we believe that it could be extended beyond that. There's still limits, or there's still open-ended parts of the deposit. So we believe in our PEA that we put out that we would have literally decades of domestic vanadium source for the U.S. It's a very, very strategic part of this. So I'm trying to get to some triggers. We've got lots of things in our hopper right now. As I mentioned, these are all because of our people, because of our skill sets, diverse skill sets in the industry, extensive experience, great judgment and decision making on big things, Carlin type deposits that we're working on. These are monster type opportunities. Great portfolio of gold projects that Dave Mathewson has put together. We'll be working through these. We've got a very, very full agenda to work through these gold projects. We're looking at also adding to our vanadium portfolio. As I mentioned, we've got the connection with the Japanese battery manufacturer of a solid state vanadium battery. We're seeing great opportunity for an asset on our balance sheet to increase. We're looking to add even further to our vanadium story, because this is a good time when vanadium prices are low. You can get good assets at a decent price. We're also, all of our projects we have been able to, because of our relationships with and how we do business, people trust us. We end up getting really good deals that are not overly expensive, and that's again features of how we do business. People like working with us because we're fair and honest, and people recognize it and they see our skill sets. There's a very much an opportunity for us to split these two vanadium and gold assets, which would benefit and dividend to our Phenom shareholders. This is something that we've been talking about for about a year. The markets haven't been all that strong, but they are obviously stronger now. We've strengthened our gold portfolio seriously now, looking to add a little bit more on our vanadium side, which could be very, very exciting for us. And then obviously we would do that spin out, and potentially early next year for that to happen. It takes about 4 or 5 months to actually deploy. We're just waiting for all of our ducks to be completely in order for us to be able to pull the trigger on that opportunity. So I'm going to say thank you very much for everybody's time, and all the people, all of our shareholders that are tuning in. Thank you for your support. We won't let you down. We work very, very hard, and we have the dream team that can do this for you. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you OTC for this. I would be able to turn to some questions here. Here's a question. Does the company need financing? What kind? Juniors always need, we don't generate cash, so we're always looking for money, and it's all about timing of when we do that. I would say that we're probably in the market for financing in 2 or 3 months. Could be a little bit longer, but obviously it's something that if people are interested, they can always send a note to me if they're interested in participating in private placements. But yeah, this is something that we've always had very good success in putting the right people into our shares in private placements, so that when the 4-month hold comes off, we don't get nailed by people trying to sell. So we're very careful in dilution and getting only amount that we can actually deploy and actually invest that money for our shareholders in the ground so that there's some value added before we take any more. But I'm sorry, I've run out of time, and I wish I had more time to answer your questions. But thank you again for everyone to listen in on this, and feel free to give me a call. Check our website out, phenomresources.com. I'm very accessible as a CEO. My cell phone is there. Feel free to give me a call if you want to